Nara, where history walks slowly among deer, temples, and silences. Most people think of Nara and immediately picture the deer. And yes, they're adorable, curious, and everywhere. But Nara is so much more than that. This common ancient city hides temples even older than those in Kyoto, streets that seem frozen in time, and flavors you won't find anywhere else in Japan. Located less than an hour from both Kyoto and Osaka, Nara makes for a perfect day trip, and, if you take your time, it might just become one of the most memorable stops of your journey. Deer 1. Nara Park, not just deer, but living legends. Nara Park is the heart of the city, and chances are, it's the first place you'll visit. Over 1,000 deer roam freely here, not just as a quirky attraction, but as sacred messengers of the gods according to Shinto tradition. Buy some shika senbei, special rice crackers, and try bowing to a deer. You'll be surprised when some of them bow back before accepting the treat. It's charming, it's quirky, and it's deeply rooted in the local culture. Arrive early in the morning, before the tour groups pour in. The morning light filtering through the trees, the quiet footsteps on gravel paths, and the deer calmly grazing in the mist, it's like stepping into a folktale. Hindu Temple 2. Todai-ji, the wooden giant and the bronze Buddha. Just a few steps away stands Todai-ji, a colossal wooden temple that dates back to the year 752. At the time of its completion, it was the world's largest wooden building, and even after several reconstructions, it still leaves you in awe. Inside, the 15-meter-tall Daibatsu, the great Buddha, sits in silent meditation. His presence is overwhelming, not just in size, but in serenity. Around him, incense burns, monks chant, and visitors quietly circle. And don't forget to try crawling through the pillar with a hole the size of the Buddha's nostril. Legend says those who make it through will find enlightenment. It's one part spiritual, one part fun, and pure Nara. Sunrise 3. Nigatsu-do, sunset over rooftops in time. Climb just a bit higher, and you'll find Nigatsu-do Hall, often overlooked, yet offering one of the most breathtaking views in Nara. From the wooden balcony, tiled rooftops stretch toward the horizon, with deer grazing quietly below and the soft glow of the setting sun painting everything gold. Fewer tourists make the climb, so you might find yourself alone, a rare, sacred silence. This hall, though technically part of Todai-ji, feels like its own world. Visit during the Amazutori festival in March, when monks carry flaming torches across the balcony, a ritual of fire and renewal that dates back over 1,200 years. Red Paper Lantern 4. Kasuga Taisha, lanterns in the forest. Walk deeper into the forest and the world changes again. Stone lanterns line the mossy path, thousands of them, leading you to the glowing red pillars of Kasuga Taisha Shrine. In February and August, during the lantern festivals, every one of those lanterns is lit. The forest becomes a glowing dream, flickering with soft light and ancient spirit. Inside the shrine, hanging bronze lanterns create a soft, timeless atmosphere. This isn't just a place of prayer, it's a connection to something older than memory. Houses 5. Naramachi, time traveling through wooden lanes. For a slower pace, wander into Naramachi, the preserved old merchant quarter. Here, narrow alleys wind between machiya townhouses with wooden facades and latticed windows. Many now host small museums, artisan shops, or quaint tea houses. Step inside a traditional house-turned-gallery, sip matcha in a quiet cafe, or try your hand at indigo dyeing in a workshop. This is where Nara breathes in a different way, not through grandeur, but through details. The creak of old floorboards. The scent of tatami. The quiet of a neighborhood that hasn't rushed into the future. Herb 6. Isuien Garden, nature framed like art, hidden behind ancient walls. Isuien Garden is one of Nara's most poetic spots. Its name means garden founded on water, and it's designed using shakiai, the art of borrowed scenery, to incorporate the hills and rooftops beyond. Wander past koi ponds, over stone bridges, through seasonal blooms that shift from plum blossoms to autumn maples. Sit in a tea house and watch the world slow down. Every view feels like it was painted just for you. Leaf fluttering in wind 7. Yoshiki-en, the garden tourists miss, just across from Isuien Yoshiki-en Garden, and most visitors miss it entirely. But here, you'll find moss gardens that seem to glow in the shade, trickling streams, and serene tea houses where few others tread. And best of all? Entry is free for foreign visitors. It's a quiet retreat, perfect after the crowds of Nara Park. Person in lotus position 8. Meditation on a mountain, Mount Wakakusa. If you have the energy, hike up Mount Wakakusa. The trail starts near the park, and within an hour, you're looking down at the whole of Nara. In January, this mountain is the site of the Wakakusa Yamiyaki, a dramatic festival where the entire hillside is set ablaze in a ceremonial fire, lighting up the winter night in flames and fireworks. Japanese Castle 9. Heijō Palace, the first capital's heartbeat, long before Kyoto, long before Tokyo, Nara was Japan's heart. At Heijō Palace, wide open fields stretch into the distance. The Suzaku Gate stands proud once more, a meticulous reconstruction based on ancient plans. The Daigokuden Hall, where emperors once presided, has also been brought back to life. It's hard to believe such space exists in Japan. You can walk for minutes without seeing another soul, imagining court nobles in flowing robes, diplomats arriving on horseback, and the birth of a nation taking shape under the southern skies. Amphora 10. Nara National Museum, Treasures of the Faith, located just off Nara Park, the Nara National Museum is a must for lovers of Buddhist art. Inside, you'll find delicate statues, sacred scrolls, and artifacts that tell the story of faith in early Japan. The annual Shosoin exhibition in autumn is particularly special, showcasing treasures from the imperial repository, some of which haven't been seen for centuries. Bento Box 11. Tastes of Nara, persimmons, mochi, and more. Nara's flavors are just as memorable as its sights. Try kakinoha-zushi, sushi wrapped in persimmon leaves, preserved the old-fashioned way. Watch masters pound mochi at Nigatsu-dō, a rhythm so fast it's hypnotic. And don't skip the deer-shaped cookies, matcha desserts, or tofu dishes served in quiet cafes tucked behind temples. Nara is full of small culinary surprises, each bite a glimpse of tradition. Cherry Blossom 12. When to visit, nature's brushstrokes, spring brings cherry blossoms that flutter like snow across the city. Autumn ignites the leaves in red and gold. Even winter, with its clear air and crisp silence, offers a magic of its own. Avoid the summer heat if you can, but no matter when you come, Nara has a way of drawing you in slowly, like a story whispered in an old voice. Movie camera Nara might not have the buzz of Tokyo or the crowds of Kyoto, but that's exactly what makes it special. It's a place to slow down, feed a deer, wander quiet lanes, and feel the weight of history in the hush of ancient stones. So next time you're in Japan, hop on that train. Nara is waiting, with peace, beauty, and more than a few surprises. And if you love discovering hidden gems and unforgettable journeys, don't forget to subscribe to DSV Travel Trip. Hit that like button, leave a comment, and join me as we explore the world, one adventure at a time.